in terms of narrative and stuff like that. I got myself a Sparkatron, or sorry, a Choosatron. Did I say Sparkatron? I've been trying to build something through this app recently, which is called Sparko app or something. It's been a headache. But yeah, this is the Choosatron. I'm unboxing it here for the first time. It says to go to choosatron.start. You know what? I'm actually going to do a quick little trick on this and rotate it. Oh, there we go. Take 180. There we go. So now we can see a little bit better. I'm going to raise up my chair. So this is the Choosatron, choosatron.start. I checked out this little website. Essentially, you assemble it. And there's some instructions on the website. So that's what we're going to try to do today. Got some circuits and bits and stuff like that. Got the receipt printer. And so essentially how this works is to choose your adventure. This is the power outlet. That over here for now. Essentially, this is a choose your adventure machine that works with a basic receipt printer and then some, just some, I don't know, laser cut parts. And so you can see this is by, I'll change the focus here so you can see it. This is by Jerry. Jerry Blech. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But really nice gentleman. I actually was able to chat with him on the phone, learn a little bit more about what he did and kind of his path. He's actually working on some of the Rick and Morty games right now, so that's pretty cool. So it's going to be a little bit of a Lego setup here. I'm going to go to choosatron.start on my computer just to make sure I have everything in front of me, and we will build this thing together. So choosatron.start. All right, so setup process. I don't use the Spark account thing from what I've learned. The Windows setup, flashing the firmware. So essentially, he said it's plug and play, so it really is just building the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and try doing that. Oh yeah, so I need to download this, I think. All right. So, because that's okay. So I know we're taking a little slow to start up. So essentially, so I start with the keypad here. This looks like where the keypad goes. So I start with this guy here. And it's written for kids, so if I can't figure this out, that really says something about me. Remove the protective layer on the keypad. Careful not to touch the revealed sticky backside. Take the top panel with the edge rectangle facing. Aim it and towards you. Put the key table through. Then I'm just going to redo the instructions first because that's never a bad idea. Next, place the printer into its mount. Holding the printer unit in place at the top. Okay, and then you place it down. You buckle it in with these clear plastic tabs, which I think are these right here. So that's where you buckle. So it really goes, the buttons go here. I think it's like this. Let me know if that's in focus too, because I know it can be a little wonky. Yeah, it could be a little bit better focus here. I don't know, that's good enough for government work, isn't it? There we go. So, yeah, so I'll put the receipt or the buttons through there. Place the printer over. Take a single clear plastic tab and lock it in place. Take one end of the green data cable. I think green cords. That's that one. Label TTL. Does not touch your face away from the label is shown. Take the 3-hole of the red power cable, insert it in the bottom of the printer unit under power. Notches should do things. Okay, this thing is yelling at me here. Go ahead and shut her on down. Okay. Put my keys over there. Okay. So let's go ahead and give it a shot here. Okay, let's see. A 3-hole power cable. I know this is probably the boring part, but I'm a noob. Spark core in the back rows of the Choosatron circuit board. Plug the data cable in. The printer, the green cable into the notches, the red cable in the power. Okay. The top edge of the black panel in the vertical slots, and you put it together. Put it on the bottom. And then the power supply is built into this, it looks like, into this little device. All right. So I think we got our orders here. Our working orders are something orders. Or marching orders. There we go. So he also has a nice little video with some very funny music. Yeah, it's like a 3D printed case, but this is wood, so it looks cooler. My hope is to try to like put this out so like people walking by on the street can play a little Choose Your Adventure. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to start with step 1, give the case a gentle shake to make sure it's secure. Okay. So here live you guys can see if I destroy it or if I make it work. So these look like the little anchors that I need in a second. This is my little cabling for that. The green cables is I think this is the printer information. This is the power, I think, for the printer. And these are just some more of the anchors. So, okay. So this goes through here, I believe. And it tapes on like that. Let me just make absolutely sure, because I feel like you only get one shot at this, really. Yeah, he mounts the printer in first, but I guess in this one... Yeah. So he tapes them down. So you essentially take off a tape, stamp it down here. And that's fine. Okay. Well then let's do it. Without further ado, this is for kids and stuff, so if I can't figure it out, well, that would probably mean that I'm a noob. Which is not entirely wrong. I am something of a noob. A little bit more of this tape behind it. Come on, buddy. Alright, there we go. Alright, so then this goes, let's get it as centered as we can because my OCD will torture me if I don't. And that would be a very sad thing. Okay. Alright, I actually feel pretty good about that taping job. Just make sure that's pressed on nice and even. Press the little buttons. All right. Hey, well, who would have thunk? I actually didn't botch it. Feeling very proud, but I'm sure I'm yet to be humbled. I still have a lot of time left for me to be humbled here. I'm pretty sure this sets in like this. No, that's actually backwards. It looks like. I think it sets in like this, but I want to make sure. So let's go back to that portion of the video. Yeah, the bulbous part is... Oh, actually, I got it wrong. The bulbous part is away from me. Is away from the little register, and they want this thing over here. So I was wrong. I'm glad I checked the video. And then so now I'll screw on this. Oh yeah, and so here's your power and your input. Okay, it's not super complicated. Thankfully. Otherwise, I think my brain would have melted. But luckily, seems like it's been built for a nice project for kids. So apparently, it's not above my pay grade just yet. Okay. Place that in there. Place the printer unit in the square panel. Only the printer unit in place. Place it on a flat surface. Take a clear. So do the plastic tabs first. So that's these guys, and I need a screwdriver. Thankfully, I got one. Right here. I'm really liking this new camera mount. This might be where I do some more projects. So I might try some more fun crafts and stuff here for you all. And yeah, so that's exciting. Aren't you all super thrilled? All right, take one of the screws and using your screwdriver, screw it in. Oh, that's easy to say, you know. I think it goes like that, right? Am I tripping out? I think that's right. I just don't know how I'm supposed to mount it to the box. I don't think it matters. Interesting. Interesting. I probably should get a better screwdriver than this crappy one, but one's closest, so it's gonna have to do. Yeah, I think I might get a better one because I'm gonna strip the crap out of these screws otherwise. But is that right, or is it this way? This way, right? Um, pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah. I don't know exactly how that translates to this box staying in there, but oh, I get it now. It's because the other side's kind of overlapping it. Okay. I was like, I don't know if I'm like like how this is gonna keep anything in place, but it makes sense to me now. It just took a second. Remember, guys, I'm really dumb. I need things spelled out for me in very, very explicit terms. I'm not gonna over tighten this because I don't think it really needs to be that tight. It's just kind of tensioning this thing in. So I just want it not to fall off. I think if I accomplish that, I will be victorious. All right, that's still pretty loose. That one's still pretty loose. This one's a little tighter. I probably need to give this one a little bit more love here. Oh, come on, buddy. Don't strip the screw, please. Mm, that one's not really tightening. Let me get a different screwdriver because this one kind of sucks. Be right back. This is fun, though. It's like grown-up Legos. If this wasn't, if it wasn't as expensive as it was, this would be even more enthralling. But while it's a very cool tool, it was not a cheap one. But for the sake of learning, whoops, for the sake of learning, it's worth it. But you know the final boss. I like my toys, so I got my little screwdriver set here, and I think this one will work just fine. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna overscrew anything in, but that one just was not. I just wanted them not to rattle around. All right. Seems pretty good. All right, so that's done. Yeah, this might be a little short, not a short stream, but I'll play one of the stories. There's a few default stories loaded on here, so I'll play one of those. Okay. I gotta plug in stuff. Okay. So, I start assembling the box. Okay, place the printer into the square hole. Da 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 da. Take a clear plastic tab. Yeah, I did that. That's all bolted in. Take one end of the green data table and place it on the bottom under TTL. All right. That just fits right in. It's not super hard. Then the power. Oh, nice. Has its ground and everything. I guess it doesn't have a C. Yeah. All right, those seem in. That's good. I'm pretty much ready. Push the spark core into the back rows of the Choosatron circuit board. Push the spark core into the back rows of the Choosatron circuit board with the micro USB port facing away. So you no longer, is it this thing? Oh, and it's signed? What a guy. Okay, so this is the front face, I think. Um, this assembly side is a little trickier. So, I think these are the sides. Yeah, let's see how he does it on this little video here. Sorry, this is kind of a slow moving, but he just plugs everything into the board. Just leaves the board hanging for a sec. Alright, so I can just do that. So yeah, he hooks up the board and then just leaves it out. Alright. Oh, I see. There's the micro USB. So this micro USB, oh, and I even set up the charging port already. That's nice. So this little micro SD card here, that's where I can add and load stories, I believe. So this is my printer data, which I'm pretty sure is this. This is my printer power, which I'm pretty sure is this. All right, and then this 4-prong, I believe, will be the buttons. Yeah, wow, he even like labeled this. I guess he got these circuits custom made. I'm gonna like twine these up so it's a little bit easier to like manage the inside, because this is much shorter. And then we're gonna go like that for the buttons. I'll make sure that's going in the right way. Okay. Cool. For better or for worse, that's a thing has been done. All right, so there should be a charging port hole in one of these, which I think is this one. So this needs to somehow stick out of that. Okay, so like this is probably where, just like how they want me to assemble this is maybe a little bit more of a head scratcher, but thankfully it's not, doesn't seem too out of scope of reason. Yeah, okay. Okay, so take the sides, put the sides into these. Put the sides into these. I'm pretty sure. Okay. This goes on the bottom, I think. Not really sure exactly how this is supposed to go. Exactly. But okay. And I think these are like my anchors that keep it in. So that's interesting. So I think this is the front here, this little guy up here. I think I mount this. Probably need to like, I think this like kind of mounts in somewhere. Okay. I did some laughing because I know this is like, something that kids would do at a museum, and I'm like struggle busing, so that's pretty awesome. Um, Maybe I shouldn't have put the bottom on yet. I think I just need to figure out where the heck that fits. I think it fits here. Oh, please do not. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm going to take this out for a sec because this needs to go in first. And it needs to go in like this. Okay. Wow, interesting. I see now. Okay. So I get it. So I think I put on the sides last. This is very good information. I don't think I really gathered exactly what they wanted me to do, but this makes more sense to me now. So I'm kind of clicking here what I'm supposed to do. So essentially, like the front and the back have these little ports for this card thing, for this little like device, for the little like microcontroller. Come on, buddy. Come on. Hmm. So I'm gonna take this bottom. I'm gonna take this bottom one out real quick. I'm gonna put these in like this. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like this. Man, who'd have thought this stream would be so entertaining with me just like absolutely struggle busing? But such is life. When you're the final boss, you get pretty used to being on the struggle bus. Okay. The backside goes here. Really is like packed in pretty tight. Kind of surprised. So, I shouldn't be touching the board, but it's so clustered. Ugh. Not sure I love the way this thing like goes together. But you know what? I'll just do it like this. Mash these together. Alright. This seems like what it wants me to do. And I'm going to at least fit it into this sideboard here. What the frick, man? Maybe I'll do it like sideways. I don't know how. Like, what's the best way to like fit this all together? It's not great, I will say. The way this thing assembles is kind of a pain in my ass. Okay. It's interesting. This is what happens when you fund indie developers. I'm just kidding. No, this guy's really nice, so I'm actually very glad to try this out and suffer a little bit. I don't think I'm putting the front on. Is this even the front? Or should this be like sideways like this? No, that has the indentation and that has this little back thing. I think that's the front. I think that's the side. Why those are being so weird when they fit together is beyond me, but I think this slots in here somehow. Okay, we got something here. Okay, so that's slotting in. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take it away from the camera for a second because this thing is battling me to the death. Freaking Choosatron, man. Oh, it really does not want to fit together. Really is not feeling that. Okay. Holy crud, that was a pain in the neck. Okay, I think we kind of have it compressed as one. I'm going to very quickly hold this and put it on the other side. Holy moly macaroni, man. This I need in there right now. Wow. Not sure I love this like wood stuff. That's just a pain in my neck, but you know what? I respect it. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. It's kind of going there. Wow, we done did it. Somewhat. I'm gonna put one of these little like wood stoppers in here so I don't lose. Holy crap! This thing is like a. It's like playing Jenga with $200. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh no! Stay together, please. I don't know if anybody's chatting, but my focus is absolutely consumed by this right now. Okay. Okay, we got one of these anchor things in. Okay. Wow, that's so janky. Wow. The laser cutting's good. Like, it all, like, fits, but it's, like, really, really low tolerances. Which I guess makes sense, because you want it to fit together very snugly. But, boy, oh boy, are those some low tolerances. Not sure exactly if I'm pretty sure I did this wrong, but whatever, right? Okay. Okay, that's still a line. No! Come back! Wow, could you have made it smaller? I mean, honestly, I would have been okay with a fatter case if it just wasn't such a headache to put together. Okay, so this side is open. Those sides are mostly done, so I think this kind of works. I'm sure, I'm gonna, I can send the, I'm sure if this guy ever searches the video and finds this video, they'll be like, Jeff, you're an idiot, but whatever. Okay, everything does fit together except for this guy who wants to come apart. Okay, wow, wow, we're getting there. That one's plugged in already. This one I need to plug in this little like catch. Oh, come on, dude. I have to like stand up, man. This is crazy. Really, like no tolerances on this thing. Maybe I'll put this on the bottom. I don't know. Okay, one of those is in. Okay. Let's go on the top. Wow. Come on, dude. Work with me, Choosy. Choose me, Choosatron. Okay. Sort of in. Okay, and these bottom ones now. Maybe I put those on the wrong holsters. Ah, there we go. So that's in. Whew. Whew. This is the only one that's still fighting me a little bit. Wonder if I could just file it down. But there we go, the Choosatron. Holy smokes, that was bananas. Jeez, I was like really not expecting it to be this much of a gnarly process to put together. Let's just make sure this can fit in, huh? Not. This one is concerning me here because it's not really fitting in. We're gonna try this again here. Oh, there's a cable sticking out, dude. That's how low the tolerances are on this thing. Like a freaking cable. That's what was blocking it. That's insane. Please just stay under there for heaven's sake. Yeah, the cable management. I should have maybe done some more cable management stuff, but I'm gonna use a card, credit card, to just slip everything down there. You just pull a credit card. I'm not worried about. Okay, let's just slide all the cords down. Unbelievably low tolerances. That was crazy. Okay. Holy smokes. Okay, well, let's fit together. I almost want to glue this thing together, but I know I'm gonna probably have to take it apart if I'm gonna add more stories to it. Holy macro frickin' roni. Oh, well, maybe there's a micro USB. Excuse me. I really, really, truly hope that will let me just edit stuff from my computer. If that is the case, that would be absolutely the best case. All right, so we got some extra types of power stuff for the AC/DC converter. That's fine. I'm gonna plug this thing in. Let's play a story, huh? Man, what a thing. What a saga. Let me just see if anybody's actually chatted or if they're just in shock. Okay, good. Everyone's just in shock. That's great. Let's try this out. I'm excited. What do I not need plugged in? This. Okay. We'll see. Okay, it's plugged in. It doesn't work. No! Oh, wait, the light just turned on. Press any button to start. Okay, I'll just press 1 here. The Choosatron. Jerry Blake. Belich. So 1 is John Stamos. 2 is Finding Your Shadow. 3 is a very, very, very scary house. 4 is Revolver. Let me make sure that you guys can see this all okay. I'll pull up my other thing and I'll play the story with you guys and gals. Alright, let's see. It needs to be much sharper. I think that's about as sharp as this is going to get with this lighting. So I'll just, you know what, we'll play. Whew, man, that was intense. I'm drained. We'll play, it's still close to Halloween. We'll play Very, Very Scary House. A Very, Very Scary House by Anna Anthropy. Sagged and bloated, like a bent old man trying to hide something sinister beneath a dark cloak. That is, without a doubt, the scariest house you've ever seen. I'm not sure I love that description, but these are pretty young stories. So I know I'm a editor, so I'm gonna obviously be much more CD. So forgive me. There is going outside of the. Let's get inside, shouts Janine. Jenny, your worst best friend. Well, have fun. I'm not going in there. Yes, you are. I'm going to tell everyone that you were up to with those chemicals in the lab. Wait, what were you doing with those chemicals? Come on, bro. This is Boro Games Junior Detective Agency's chance to finally solve the mystery that's been stumping us. You remember? The case of the vanishing cat. Oh, the real head scratcher. She agrees. So I have an extra bit of printing material. That's nice. That fit in there. Excellent. Knock the doorbell. Just open the mat. Look for the key under the mat. Just open the door. I'm gonna look for the key under the mat. Let's try to be smart. Good thinking, Janine. You check under the mat. The mat says, "Welcome." Weird. Yikes. You stoop and lift it. A slimy green hand reaches out and hands you a small key. Wow, you were right. Let's go in. We should probably call to attention the fact that there's something under the mat. Are you pulling my leg? Janine bends over and lifts the mat. A slimy hand reaches out and grabs her leg. She can barely say gasp before it pulls her down into a long dark chute that was concealed. I mean, we gotta. Oh, I don't want to ditch my friend. I'm going in. I'm going in after her. For some reason, you pinch your nose before jumping into the chute. Ah! Ah! It tosses you and turning and spinning into a pile of dirty rags. Dirty, glowing rags. Jeepers, it looks like some kind of creepy old laboratory. But there's some kind of big jar bubbling in the corner. There's a big slab, its contents hidden under a sheet. There's a table near the wall covered in objects. Goodness. Um, I don't know how that makes a choice, but I guess it's where I'm gonna walk to. There's a big slab, its contents hidden under a sheet. Big slab? Oh, there's like a corpse on the table. Got it. So I kind of can guess what that is. There's a table near the wall covered in objects. We're gonna do that. On the table is a tray labeled kid foot, and on it, gosh, there's a foot, all right. Next to it, the tray's little kid elbow. They said these were family friendly. Oh. Oh man. Yeah, so I remember I was like, oh, I'm gonna play some of these default games with my nephew, but this one's pretty gory. I don't think we're gonna do a very scary house with my nephew. I might have to like pre-play these. It's pretty gruesome. There's a nearby door marked specimens. The second door is marked never enter. I mean, never enter, right? You have to duck under the door. You're under some hanging chains as you enter. Oh, hey, says Janine. She's strapped to a big table. Can you get me out of this? I think something bad is going to happen at that exact moment. Free Janine! We need two people are better than one. You fumble hurriedly with the straps. They're really tricky. Suddenly you hear the door behind you creak behind you. Before Janine can finish saying, watch out, you're conked on the back of the head. You dream around it. Nope, it's a fish. Uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble. You wake up strapped to a table on the same one Janine was on. You look down at your body. It's Janine's body. The brain transfer. No! Was a success, said a familiar voice. You turn. It's you. You shrug. I couldn't put up with that body a moment longer, you say, indicating a decaying green form in the corner. um, I'm kind of confused at what exactly has happened. Janine has had an invisible but nonetheless really itchy case of measles. That explains it so much. You start itching. You try and scratch, but it's pretty hard strapped down like this. Well, I guess they're yours now. The case of the measles is solved. Good luck, Junior Detective. It's pretty gruesome. Pretty gruesome. Pretty gruesome, that one. Oh man, that one got me. That was more gruesome than I expected. I'm almost as scared to try another story. Press any button to start. It just gave me a little prompting here. I think I hold down 4 to go to the admin menu. Offline mode on, SD default on, random stories on. I see. Hold 1 to exit. Okay. All right. Pretty cool little, pretty cool little thing. I'm more delighted by it than I thought I would be, though the installation was much more complicated than I'd ever imagined. But overall, it's pretty cool. Well, that's the Choosatron. I will probably continue streaming, but I might be doing some game demos and or writing. So it's already 10:45, so I might be streaming later. Because you know what? Let's play one more story. This thing's coming up. I have to press a bunch of 2s, I guess. So, okay. The Choosatron. We'll do one more story and then I'll. A very, very scary house. No. Just one more thing before you go. Worm sign. Finding your shadow. I'll do Finding Your Shadow because I love shadow type fictions. Yawn. You stretch your little furry arms. For the first time in decades, it feels great to wriggle your toes again, and suddenly you feel a familiar tingle. You wonder if it's your shadow waiting for you above the comforting ground. Oh yes, it would be good to see. But it's so comfy here, and despite decades of rest, a few more wouldn't hurt. Take a peek above the ground. Oh, this thing is not coming up. Stay on there. You can't help wanting to take a quick glance at your shadow and scurry up to the surface. After you poke your little head out, you feel a nice breeze, feel cool grass, but sadly no shadow in sight. Your eyes dart around and you notice the hot air balloon tethered nearby, blocking the warm sun that apart from seeing your shadow you're strangely compelled to bask under. Scurry over to the hot air balloon, why not? You bolt over to the balloon, only a few feet off the ground, held by rope. You bound to the air under the edge of the basket. There's a strange middle triangle on the rope in the center. Chew through the ropes. Um, I'm gonna grab the triangle. That seems like a little bit less. You leap into the air and grab the triangle with your teeth? Wait, what am I? I'm a furry thing. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a furry. Yeah, I'm a furry thing. Okay. For some reason I was like, wait, am I a person doing this? Um, you leap through the air and grab the triangle with your teeth. The rope pulls down a bit from the momentum of your tiny figure, sending a burst of flame into the balloon above. There is a lurch, but the ropes hold fast. We're gonna chew through the ropes. One by one, you chew through the ropes, your strong teeth, each rope gone. There is a jolt as the basket tries to leap from the ground with the last rope in the final lurch, sending you back into the basket with you and the balloon soaring into the air. Curl up and nap while you wait, or crawl onto the basket ledge for a look. I want to take a look. Crawling back up to the ledge and peering over, you perk up, spotting a gigantic shadow. But wait, it isn't your shadow. No, it's the balloon. Crud, you think. You'll never see your shadow stuck in here. Jump back to the ground, jump, and grab the triangle handle. We're doing that again. You leap and grab the triangle with your teeth. Your momentum manages to pull it down slightly, and a burst of flame sends the balloon rocketing into the sky. You fall back into the basket. Uh-oh, continue. There's an eerie darkness all around you. And peering out of the basket. I should probably turn this like this, huh? So you can actually see you wonderful people. Peering out of the basket again, you see the curvature of the ground. It looks more like a big ball. Pull the triangle again. We're going to space, baby. Eternally, the balloon begins to descend. A few days later, it finally comes to rest on an iceberg surrounded by penguins. The sun is nowhere in sight, and it takes all of your remaining energy to squeeze into the huddled penguins to keep warm. You ask the penguins if it'll be let out again, and they just shake their heads. Oh man, pretty grim endings. Well, very cool. I am more thrilled. I like this little gadget much more than I thought I would. So it's pretty fun. I'm excited to share it with friends and to demo the awesome Choosatron. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing, I gotta say. Um, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm definitely, yeah, just kind of not enamored, but just kind of taken by it. It's a cool little device, absolutely. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now. I'm gonna let the Choosatron be fallow for a second, and then I'm either going to write and do some writing, or I'm gonna to do some streaming of the game we're designing before writing. So I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do just yet, just because decisions are hard. But put this thing away. But this was fun. I hope you enjoyed, or I'm sure most people will be watching the VOD, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was very much an interesting experience setting up the Choosatron, playing a couple of stories, the kid-friendly ones that are loaded up on default. Though one of them is pretty grim, pretty gruesome. But I guess that's how you get rid of the measles, is you switch your friend's body out. Yeah, so that's pretty gangster of your friend to do that. Or Janine, I think, was the person who betrayed you. But pretty gruesome, but overall good. Definitely check out the Choosatron. It's a cool little device, definitely worth it, I would say. And I'm gonna hopefully get some more stories on here to help my nieces and nephews and my kid read and make reading fun for them, because I think that's one of the big things as a parent I think about a lot, is how to make reading fun and interesting. And so yeah, this is an awesome it's an awesome little device. I'm actually really impressed. I'm excited to hopefully do some stories on this thing. I think they're gonna be adapting it to have ink support, which is another tool set. I think right now it only uses Twine. But hopefully, if it can support ink files, we'll be in a really good place because that's what I'm using to code most of my game story in. So, anyways, this was a blast. The construction was a little traumatic. I'm going to admit the construction was a little traumatic. I'm going to have to take some deep breaths and think about my life choices. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Anyways, everybody, take care.